Hello traders, you are welcome to this video. In this particular video, we are going to be discussing a simple strategy called the two-period RSI strategy. The two-period RSI strategy. So basically, what this strategy means is that the RSI indicator is going to be set to the two-period. Yeah, that's where the two-period came from. The RSI indicator is going to be set to the two-period. It is for fast, precise trades. Yeah, so this strategy combines it with price action in order to improve results. So now we're going to be looking at a step-by-step process on how to use this strategy. So first of all, we're going to be setting up the two-period RSI on our chart. Okay, so the two-period RSI, meaning we're going to change this period to 2. That's just what it means, right? Yeah, and we add it onto our chart. Okay, so after adding it to our chart, then we're going to set the overbought level to 90, right? we're going to set the overbought level to 90. Okay, the levels, we're going to set this to 90, and we're going to set the oversold to 10. Okay, yes. So after doing that, these extreme levels, the essence of these extreme levels is to help identify strong reversals. Okay, so now our buy signal is when the RSI falls below 10. When the RSI falls below 10, it indicates the market is oversold and could be due for a reversal. So you might want to look for buying opportunities once the RSI crosses back above 10. So when RSI crosses back above 10, for example, in this situation, we could have entered a buy trade. Yes, we have an opportunity to enter a buy trade. Okay. Now for sell signals, when the RSI rises above 90, when the RSI rises above 90, it's a sell signal. It's an overbought market. So when it crosses back below 90, consider selling or closing long positions. So had it been we are in a buy trade, for example, now the entry of the RSI into the overbought level and crossing downwards is an exit signal for a buy trade, and then it is an entry signal for a sell trade. Okay, and then on the other hand, the RSI in the oversold level and pointing upwards is an entry signal for a buy trade and an exit signal for a sell trade. So basically, that is how it works. Okay, that is how it works. Now, these signals work best in mean reverting markets. There's markets that often snap back after extreme movements. Okay, yeah, that's when the strategy works best, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't work in just normal market, but it works best in mean reverting markets. Okay, now how do you combine the RSI with price action? First of all, you might want to confirm with candlestick patterns. So you need to look for bullish or bearish candlestick patterns near the oversold. Okay, near the oversold. So when you have price close to the oversold, you can just start looking for bullish candlestick patterns already when you have price close to the oversold. On the other hand, when you have price close to the overbought, you can already start looking for bearish candlestick patterns. Okay, so now let us just look for a good example. Now a good example is what we are looking for. Okay, so we have a doji that formed here. In fact, we have a morning star. We have a morning star forming around here because we had a bearish and then a doji and then a bullish, right? So we had a morning star form around here, which is a bullish candlestick pattern, bullish reversal pattern, and then we have the RSI close to the oversold, right? And we have the RSI pointing upwards. So this was an example of confirming with candlestick pattern. So after we have this candlestick pattern confirmation, we would have considered entering a buy trade right after the morning star had formed. Okay, we have considered entering a buy trade and perhaps setting stop loss right below the swing low. Okay, that would have been a good place to set stop loss. And then when the RSI entered the overbought level and began to point downwards, that would have been a good place to exit the buy. So would have caught just about 42 pips or so in this particular trade. Okay, now we're also going to be making use of support and resistance levels, okay, because it's very important. If the price is at a key support level and the RSI is oversold, for example, we have a support level around here. If the price is at a key support level and we have the RSI in the oversold region, yeah, it's a stronger indication to buy. So for example, now this would have been a good place to buy because the price of the asset got to the support level and it got rejected, and then around that same point we had the RSI entered oversold and began to point upwards. So this would have been a great opportunity to enter a buy trade, right? And then the stop loss can be, if it is a tight stop loss, it can be just below that support level, just some pips away, and you're good to go. And then your take profit could be at the nearest resistance level. Your take profit could be at the nearest resistance level, or you can just wait for when the RSI enters the overbought and begins to curve downwards and you exit your buy trade. So it's very easy, right? It's very, very easy. Okay. Now, one of the good things to do is to adjust your stop loss, okay, for safety, right? Now, for buys, you might want to place your stop loss slightly below the recent swing low. Just for the sake of emphasis, let me just run through both buys and sells, okay? So you want to set your stop loss below the previous swing low. It ensures that you're protected in case of the market continues lower. So that you're talking about a tight stop loss, right? Okay. And then in the case of a sell, when you enter a sell, just place your stop loss above the previous swing high. Okay. For example, let's say we had entered a sell trade around okay, we have a sell indication. Let's just use this. Let's use the sell indication that we had here. After we entered a sell, right after this sell indication, we can set our stop loss here just below the previous swing high for a sell, okay? And the take profit can be at the nearest resistance level or when the RSI enters the oversold and beginning to point upwards. Now, some tips to avoid common mistakes. Don't trade in strong trends. Remember that this is a scalping strategy. Yeah, it's a scalping strategy. This 2-period RSI strategy works best in sideways or range bound markets. Okay, so stick to sideways markets and leave trending markets alone. Okay, yeah, if you are using the strategy, you want to stick to sideways market because in trending market, in strong trending markets, the RSI can stay overbought or oversold for a long time, leading to false signals. Okay, so now another thing is try to avoid relying solely on the RSI. So try to always combine the RSI signals with price action like support or resistance or candlestick patterns just to confirm your trades, right? And then avoid chasing trades. Okay, when the RSI touches the extreme levels, don't just jump into the market. Yeah, don't jump into the market just because the RSI touches extreme levels. Instead, wait for confirmation from price action to avoid entering too early or too late. Okay, it's good to always wait for confirmations, right? Yeah, so once the RSI enters overbought or oversold level, don't just jump into the trade immediately. Instead, try to wait for a confirmation, perhaps price bouncing off a support or a resistance, or a bullish or bearish candlestick patterns forming, things like that. It can help to add to your confirmation. Okay, so basically, using this strategy with discipline and proper risk management can help you catch quick, better trades, okay, while minimizing risk. I hope you found this video insightful. Kindly like and subscribe for more trading insights. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get updated on more trading videos. Cheers and happy trading.